Welcome to the Growing in Love for Life podcast, where it's all about saving and strengthening your marriage and creating the relationship you really deserve and want to have. And now, from growinginloveforlife.com, relationship and marriage coach and best-selling author, your host, Liam Naden.
This is episode 58 of the Growing in Love for Life podcast. Hello everyone, it's Liam Naden here again. And in this new episode of this podcast, I want to talk about something to help people get a breakthrough in saving their marriage. And in fact, I've made this breakthrough in the form of a question that I think will really help you. Because what I'm finding and what I hear from people is that many people are struggling in their marriage. And probably the reason you're listening to this is that you are. And perhaps your husband or your wife has told you that they want to leave, that they're not happy in their marriage. And when people get news like that, or when their marriage starts to go in the wrong direction, they start to feel a great sense of struggle. And perhaps you are as well. Perhaps you're trying really hard to save your marriage. You're doing as many things as you can. But maybe things aren't working, and maybe things are still going in the direction you don't want them to go in. So you're looking for a breakthrough. So that's what I want to cover today, and I think in this podcast, the question I'm going to ask you hopefully will enable you to get a breakthrough in really changing the direction of where your marriage is going, into a positive direction. Now, I must say just before we start that this question I'm going to cover today, or this breakthrough, is really just a snapshot of a section in one of my programs. And if you really do want a breakthrough, if you really want to know the right things to do and the wrong things to stop doing, then I really highly recommend you try one or both of my marriage programs. There's my 7-day Stop Your Divorce When Your Spouse Doesn't Want To program, which is going to really turn things around and get the ship moving in the right direction, if you like, if your spouse has told you they want to leave. And there's my 30-day program, which is a much more in-depth program about not only creating breakthroughs in your marriage, but also breakthroughs for yourself and changing yourself and learning much more the ways to communicate and to create a much better relationship with your partner or your spouse. So please have a look at those. I really encourage you to try those. They're the material that really works. And in fact, just as an aside, I get comments from people all the time about how much these programs help them. And I got one the other day I wanted to share with you. Someone emailed me and say, "Hi Liam, I really had to share this with you and send heartfelt thanks for your inspirational program. My husband and I have had a complete 180-degree turnaround and have just shared 4 days that felt like a honeymoon. We've talked about so many things and are both very excited for our future. I can't believe how happy we both feel, and I'm certain that what I learnt on your program has greatly influenced how I've approached our relationship. We both realise that our marriage can never be taken for granted and really value what we've been given another chance. Thank you again for all your support." So that's just one of the comments I get about these programs. So this is the sort of breakthroughs that people are getting. So if you're really struggling with your marriage, these podcasts, I've really provided these as a bit of a snapshot, some ideas to help you. But if you really want that major breakthrough, if you really want to get your marriage back together, please take a look at my programs, which are on my website, liamnaden.com. All right, well, in the meantime, let's look at the topic for today's podcast. Let's give you a breakthrough in saving your marriage today. And as I've said in the title, this is a question. And this is a question that I think when you hear what it is, it's going to turn some lights on in your mind. And it's going to get you thinking in a different way about your marriage. And very often when I ask people this question, there's a long pause because it's something they haven't really considered before. But they also realize how intensely, incredibly powerful this question is. Well, actually, it's 2 questions, and here they are. First question, why should your spouse want to stay married to you? And why should they love you? Think about that. Why should your spouse want to stay married to you? Why should they love you? Now, if they've told you they don't love you anymore, perhaps they say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, and I want to leave my marriage and things aren't going well, you need to ask yourself this question. Why should they want to stay married to you, and why should they love you? Now, generally when I ask people this question, after they pause and then start thinking about it, they usually give me answers such as, well, because we have a lot of history together. We've been together and we've shared some wonderful times together, and we'll lose all that, and I don't want to throw all that away, and they shouldn't want to throw it away as well. Or we've built up a lot together, not just emotional things and physical assets as well, but we have a lot that would be thrown away, that would disappear if our marriage ended. Some people also say we have a lot of potential. You know, we've had some rough times, but we've had some great times, and we can get all those things sorted out, and we've got so much potential in our relationship, in our marriage. And because we have had wonderful times, we can have those again. Some people also say things like, well, they'd be breaking up the family. You know, it wouldn't be fair on the children. Or it would really break up what could be a lovely family unit, and we should stay together for that reason. And people also use this one. Well, the reason they should stay married to me is because I love them. And also because I know that deep down they really love me. So perhaps you've come up with some of these reasons. Or perhaps they're things that are coming into your mind as to why you think your spouse should stay married to you.